In the vast expanse of the American landscape, a quiet revolution is underway. The sun rises over cities that once teemed with life, casting long shadows across empty streets and silent neighborhoods. Where once the hustle and bustle of daily life echoed between steel and stone, there now lingers a sense of stillness, an uneasy calm that blankets each city like morning mist. Beneath this tranquil veneer, a dramatic transformation is unfolding. Rental signs, once a rare sight, have multiplied, and landlords watch with apprehension as the tides of demand shift in ways few could have imagined. The very fabric of urban life is being rewoven, thread by thread, as renters depart and landlords find themselves at the mercy of forces beyond their control. Tonight, we embark on a journey across 10 American cities. From the arid deserts of the Southwest to the lush forests of the Pacific Northwest, we will witness the subtle yet profound upheaval reshaping these urban landscapes. Together, we will listen to the quiet tension in the air and observe as the collapse of rent sends ripples through communities, each one a silent testament to a world in flux. If you want to stay informed about the latest trends shaping America's cities, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Don't miss out on our in-depth coverage and expert insights. In the heart of the Sonoran Desert, Phoenix sprawls across the horizon like a mirage, its endless rows of houses shimmering under the relentless sun. The desert wind sweeps through the city, whistling between palm trees and stucco walls, breaking the silence with only the faintest rustle. Once, the soundscape was dominated by the laughter of children, the hum of traffic, and the promise of opportunity. Now an eerie stillness prevails. Rental signs have become a familiar sight, dotting the lawns of homes and apartment complexes alike. Each one is a silent beacon of uncertainty, fluttering in the hot breeze as if signaling for help. Landlords, once confident in the city's unyielding growth, now peer anxiously from behind drawn curtains, their future as hazy as the distant mountains. As the sun dips below the jagged peaks, casting the city in golden light, the truth becomes inescapable. Phoenix, with all its promise and possibility, stands at the edge of a precipice, its fate hinging on the invisible currents of change that sweep through its streets. Las Vegas, once a beacon of excitement, its streets alive with the pulse of neon, now wears a different face. The dazzling lights still flicker, reflecting off empty sidewalks and vacant lots, but the throngs of renters and hopeful newcomers have thinned. The city's famed strip glimmers in the night, but the silence is profound, broken only by the distant hum of an empty monorail. Landlords gather in small groups, their conversations hushed and urgent. Each day brings new challenges as the rental market shifts beneath their feet. Where demand once soared, rents now tumble, and the uncertainty is palpable. The city's energy, once boundless, is now tinged with anxiety and apprehension. Yet, even in this moment of crisis, the resilience of Las Vegas endures. As the night deepens and the lights continue to burn, the city seems to await its next act, one written not by fortune, but by the quiet persistence of those who call it home. Austin's soul has always been its music, a city where melodies drift through the air and every corner pulses with rhythm. But now, the vibrant soundtrack is overlaid with a subtle note of tension. The once crowded venues are quieter, and the iconic murals seem to watch silently as renters pack their belongings and move on. In neighborhoods where the scent of barbecue once mingled with the laughter of neighbors, rental signs have become a part of the landscape. The city's growth, once relentless, has slowed, and landlords are left to wonder what the future holds. For every new apartment that stands empty, a story is paused, a life interrupted by forces beyond control. Yet, as the sun sets over the Colorado River, casting long shadows across the city's skyline, hope lingers in the air. The music of Austin endures, echoing through empty streets, a reminder that even in uncertainty, the city's spirit cannot be silenced. San Francisco, perched on the edge of the continent, is shrouded in its familiar morning fog. The city's iconic hills, once bustling with life, now echo with the whispers of change. Victorian homes, their pastel facades softened by the mist, stand with empty windows, silent witnesses to a shifting era. The rental market here has always been a tempest, but now the storm has quieted to an uneasy lull. Landlords who once held the upper hand find themselves waiting, hoping for tenants who may never come. The cable cars rattle through near-empty streets, their bells a distant memory of busier days. In the hush of dawn, as the city stretches awake, the sense of anticipation is palpable. San Francisco is a place defined by reinvention, each wave of change leaving its mark on the landscape. Today, the city waits, poised between the past and an uncertain future. In Seattle, the rain falls with a gentle persistence, painting the city in shades of silver and gray. Streets glisten beneath the clouds, and the distant calls of seagulls blend with the soft patter of water on rooftops. The city's skyline, framed by evergreens and crowned by the distant peak of Mount Rainier, is both majestic and subdued. Once, the demand for rental housing surged as tech workers flocked to the Emerald City. Now, landlords face an unfamiliar reality, apartments left empty, rents drifting downward with the clouds. The rhythm of life has slowed, and the rain seems to carry with it a sense of reckoning. Each drop is a quiet reminder of impermanence. As night falls and the city lights shimmer on wet pavement, Seattle's story continues to unfold. In the face of uncertainty, the city's resilience is tested, not by the elements, but by the silent currents of change. Denver stands at the threshold of the Rockies, its streets lined with towering pines and wide-open skies. The mountains rise in the distance, a reminder of nature's grandeur and the city's own relentless drive. But now, as the wind whistles through the streets, rental signs flutter like banners in a quiet revolution. For landlords, the signs are more than mere advertisements. They are symbols of hope and desperation. Each vacancy tells a story of transition as renters move on and the city pauses to catch its breath. Once, the influx of new residents seemed unstoppable, but now, anticipation hangs in the air like the scent of pine after rain. As dusk settles, Denver's skyline glows against the vast backdrop of the Rockies. The city, ever adaptable, faces an uncertain horizon. In the shifting wind, both opportunity and apprehension ride side by side, waiting for the next chapter to unfold. Miami, where the sun kisses the Atlantic and palm trees sway in the breeze, has always thrived on energy and motion. But beneath the tropical canopy, a hush has settled over once bustling neighborhoods. The pastel hues of Art Deco buildings seem subdued, and the rhythm of the city has slowed to a gentle lull. Landlords walk the quiet streets, their eyes scanning for signs of life. Rentals, once snapped up in a heartbeat, now linger unclaimed. The market's exuberance has faded, replaced by a cautious optimism that borders on anxiety. Even the waves seem to break more softly on the shore, as if aware of the city's uncertain future. Yet, as evening falls and the sky glows with the last light of day, hope remains. Miami is a city shaped by resilience, a place where change is as constant as the tides. In the silence, new possibilities begin to take root. Chicago's skyline rises beneath dramatic rolling clouds, its towers of glass and steel reaching ever upward. But inside many of these high-rises, a quiet transformation is underway. Empty apartments gaze out over Lake Michigan, their silence echoing the uncertainty felt throughout the city. Landlords, once buoyed by the endless demand for urban living, now peer from their windows with concern. The hum of the L train is diminished, the familiar pulse of the city slowed as renters reconsider their place in the urban tapestry. The streets, once alive with the footsteps of millions, now carry the soft echoes of change. Yet, Chicago endures. In the interplay of light and shadow, opportunity awaits those who can adapt. As the wind whistles through the canyons of the city, the story of Chicago's resilience is written anew with every passing day. Atlanta, nestled among rolling hills and ancient trees, is a city where nature and metropolis have long coexisted. Now, as renters depart and neighborhoods quiet, wildlife begins to return. Squirrels dart across empty lawns, and birds nest in the eaves of once crowded homes. The transformation is subtle but unmistakable. Sidewalks that once echoed with footsteps are now lined with wildflowers and creeping vines. Landlords, watching from porches, witness a slow reclamation as the city's green spaces expand. The balance of power has shifted, and Atlanta stands as a living example of nature's quiet persistence. In this pause, there is both loss and renewal. The city, forever changing, breathes a little easier as human activity wanes. Atlanta's story is one of adaptation, a testament to the resilience of both people and the land itself. Portland, where city meets forest, is a place defined by its connection to nature. Lush, green woodlands press close to the city's edge, and now, as the rental market shifts, the boundary grows ever softer. Empty apartments overlook mossy rooftops, their windows framed by ferns and ivy. Landlords, once assured of steady demand, now wait in suspense. The silence is profound, broken only by the distant call of a crow or the rustle of leaves in the breeze. Neighborhoods once alive with the bustle of daily life now seem to hold their breath, caught between the wild and the urban. Yet, Portland's spirit endures. In the embrace of the forest, the city finds a quiet strength, an ability to adapt and renew. As the sun sets behind towering firs, the story of Portland is far from over. It is only evolving, shaped by the forces of nature and time. As night falls across the American landscape, a quiet transformation continues to unfold, one marked not by sudden upheaval, but by the subtle, persistent rhythms of change. In silent streets and empty apartments, in the hush of neighborhoods once brimming with life, the story of a nation is being rewritten. Each city, unique in its character and setting, shares in this silent reckoning, a moment suspended between what was and what will be. The landscapes we have traversed are vast, shaped by both human ambition and the untamable forces of nature. In the stillness, stories unfold of resilience, adaptation, and hope. Landlords look to the horizon, renters seek new beginnings, and the cities themselves breathe, evolve, and wait. The quiet tension in the air is a testament to the uncertainty of change, but also to the enduring spirit that binds communities together. As we leave these cities behind, let us remember the lessons whispered in the silence. The shifting sands of the rental market may seem daunting, but within every challenge lies the seed of renewal. The landscape may change, but the story of America, in all its complexity and grace, continues, waiting for the next chapter to be written.